I'm back. It has been an adventure trying to set up for this video. I always tell myself I can rely on daylight, and then it comes to filming the video and I realize that I should have bought professional lighting, and it's just a vicious cycle every single time. So we're in the kitchen because no other room worked, and the only other place that had more lighting was by the front door, and I got low-key embarrassed that my neighbors would hear me filming a video, so voila! Shay, Dave and Florian in the kitchen. Actually, this whole video has been lovingly created by Florian, who went to Cape Town for a holiday about 3-4 weeks ago and brought me back a whole bunch of snacks for my video, which I think is really just unbelievably lovely of him. Just making a coffee. Oh. Do you know what I also think is contributing to the beginning of this video being so chaotic is that I'm just really hungry. I just went to the gym, had a whale of a time, but I need some fuel. So I am so excited to get started. Let's eat. Let's start strong. Let's go for it. I think we should start with the mango. Awesome thing being in the kitchen, I could just cut it right here. I know there are amazing ways to cut a mango. I swear I must have watched 60 YouTube reels in my time, and still I seem to always make a mess of it. So I think I've seen people kind of twist it. Oh, okay. That's definitely not the way. Okay, I twisted it. I'm gonna get a spoon. I'm gonna ignore the mango juice on the kitchen floor. This is a stunner. I'm sorry, I'm actually just gonna need a little bit of private time to enjoy this. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. This mango is by far the best mango I've ever had in my life. It doesn't just have that quintessential mango flavor that we all know. I feel as if I taste notes of vanilla, like sweet butter. It almost has a nuttiness to it as well. It's just so creamy and light, and somehow with it being in the fridge, it's come out almost akin to like a creamy sorbet or a mousse. I don't know how we're gonna go up from here. This was just the queen. Maybe I should have left her to the end, who knows? What I do know is that I do have to leave some for Florian, because if I don't, I will forever feel incredibly guilty. Okay, so next up, ooh, are some hazelnut coffee date bites. These are delicious. Normally with these healthy truffle bites with nuts and dates inside, I will eat them to give me energy, but for the most part, I'm still thinking that I would prefer a donut or a bite of chocolate or a spoonful of Nutella, but I eat them to sort of try and itch the craving. These actually itch the craving. They taste like truffles. I guess the only option is to try them with my coffee. Oh, that's a match made in heaven. Okay, numero 3. Okay, this is an almond, mango, and apricot snack bar. I generally am not the biggest fan of things that are covered in yogurt, so I'm gonna have a tiny little bit of this and leave the rest for Florian, unless it's another smasher. Let's see. Ooh, you can see all the beautiful fruit inside. Ooh, inside. So in terms of flavor, this is not my favorite, but I can respect this for having huge, really tasty chunks of fruit inside and generally giving the impression that good ingredients have been used. It's definitely one of the better, more chunkier sports bars I've had, or health bars. It's good. I'm impressed. These snacks are banging. Chef's kiss. I'm having a whale of a time. Okay, I think I want to go for something savory now. Oh no, is this even... I think this has gone off. I mean, best before 8th of March. Today is the 13th. Shall we phone him and see? Let's see if he picks up. Oh.
Hello.
Hi, sweetness. You're on candid camera.
Oh, that's great. Hello, camera. Hello, world.
The sliced beef biltong, it went out of date on the 8th of March. Do you reckon I risk it?
Oh, yeah, I would risk it. I think you could also give it a sniff. I mean, they're really tiny as well. And remember, the bacterial load plays a big role. So if you just have a small bit, I think you will be fine.
This is the scientist talking. Okay, sweetness. Well, I'll get back to my video. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy.
Okay, you heard it from the scientist. Whilst this is not my favorite, I actually prefer it a lot more than I thought I would. I would have this after a workout, I think, to give me a little bit of protein. Yeah. Okay, next up is something that I'm really curious about. So this is a guava and pear roll. Oh, you meant to unwrap it. That was quite a lot of fruit. Okay, that's not too bad. I think what I don't like the most is there's added sugar to it, and I don't really taste guava. It's okay. I don't know if I would pick it again though. We also have a second one, which is apricot. So I shall give this one a go and see if it's up my Straße. So apricots are not my favorite fruit, but I actually like this one because it is tangy. And it kind of reminds me of like Tang Fastics, except without the sugar coating. Yeah, although the flavor of apricots is not my favorite, I kind of like that one. This coffee was 100% the right decision. Oh, it has been such an intensive week. I have got so much done in the best way. Yesterday, I actually came across a Fahrschule that can accommodate my schedule in terms of me learning the theory for learning how to drive, which is insane. It's actually quite challenging in Austria. In order to learn the theory, you have to go to morning and evening classes, and I work mornings and evenings. In fact, I always have a pause in the middle of the day. So that made it really difficult. So I kept searching and I thought maybe, just maybe, everything will come together. And it's so funny because I'm reminded that in my New Year's resolutions of 2025, I also wished that somehow the driving gods would look down on me and I'd be able to find a way of learning how to drive in Austria. And it came along. So from the 5th of April, I will actually start to learn how to drive at the ripe old age of 30. I am so excited. I'm nervous because it's all in German and the vocabulary is natürlich like a little bit more advanced, but I have faith and I have a wonderful boyfriend who is Austrian. So between the two of us, I'm gonna get there. Okay, let's go on to the next snack. I've actually had my eye on this French style nougat. If you've never had nougat before, it's quite a special consistency. I don't know if it really compares to a lot of things. It's quite chewy and sweet and a little bit gummy, as if the inside of a Milky Way was a lot more like chewing gum, but in a pleasurable way. That might be the worst description anyone has ever given of nougat. Oh, let's give it a go. Normally what you find inside as well are nuts or dried fruit or a combination of the two. Okay, this is definitely more on the fluffier side for nougat. Some of them really stretch. This one not so much, but it is so good. It honestly tastes like a Snickers, just without the chocolate. It's making me feel things. And with a sip of coffee. Let's chase it with some yogurt-coated mini rice cakes. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Okay, it could be that I've just had a sweet explosion, but the savouriness of the rice cake is very welcome right now. There's nothing special about them. They're standard rice cake, but they're good and they're still crunchy. Okay, we are nearing to the end of our experience. We just have two options left. Chuckles, malted puffs milk chocolate clusters, which remind me a lot of Maltesers, and a peanut butter and cocoa protein bar. I feel as if once you've had peanut butter, it sort of trickles or edges itself into everything else. So let's start with the chuckles and we'll finish with the peanut butter. Ooh, they're really big actually. They're actually quite chunky. I feel as if this will also be an excellent addition to my coffee. Okay, it explains why there are only like 9 in the bag. I really went on a journey there. I honestly don't know. I don't like Maltesers. There's something about that malty biscuit taste that I've just never ever enjoyed. But the ratio of chocolate to Malteser filling in this is so much more. The chocolate itself is definitely supermarket budget chocolate. Like the taste is not so elevated, but I think I like it. It was difficult to actually finish one of them, but I like the idea. It's like a massive chunky Malteser, but in winter. A winter Malteser, just with a thicker coat. Our last and final snack This is the peanut butter and cocoa protein bar. Whew. I'm definitely either going to be riding on a high through work or I'm going to end up falling asleep after this. I love it. Sorry. I don't like to diss food, but this is not very enjoyable. I think if you were a big gym goer and bodybuilder and you needed a lot of energy and you didn't have a lot of time in your day to constantly be eating big fueling meals, then I think this would probably be great. The texture is quite unpleasant for me though, and the taste itself is a little bit like chocolate covered rubber. And I get no peanut butter in this whatsoever. So do you know what we are gonna do? To cheer ourselves up, we're just gonna go back to the mango. And I'm getting more juice on my kitchen floor. Do I care? No, I don't. And there you have it, a selection of snacks from Cape Town. I actually loved most of them. And the mango is a hard first, like let's just be honest right now. Number 2 is gonna have to be the hazelnut bites because I was actually genuinely impressed that they tasted this good with such minimal and healthy ingredients. And the nugget, the nougat, is number 3 because it just brought me so much happiness. Thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, you are tremendous because I know it must have been a bit of a chaotic video to watch. Wishing you all a lovely day. See you next time. Goodbye. Mwah.